Okay, um, just thought I'd record my shard pools for the event. Go away. Have 160. We're going in for the guaranteed Staltus Dragonbane. Looks like a wonderful legendary defense nuker. Has a great kit. No point putting it off. Here we go. See if we get anything whilst we're doing it. Nothing so far. Thylesia, she's a great champion. Great for faction wars, decreased defense, increased debuffs. Has a chance of placing Hex. Not quite reliable enough to do anything with, but still not a bad effect to have in the kit. Okay, next temple. I wonder if there's going to be rare attacks. Oh, no, here's an epic. Tenexate Flower. Can't say I've ever used her myself. Might be okay for faction wars. Decreased speed would be good for the boss. Damage mitigation might be good in a Guardian set. Okay, next temple. Okay, nothing to talk about here. Spirit House might be the only worthwhile rare in that category right then. Yep. Nothing great, but Cleanse on a 5-turn cooldown with the block debuffs. The block debuffs is pretty handy. Means should be useful against Torment teams. An increased attack is, I suppose, like a very low budget Arbiter. Yeah, alright, next pull. I'm not expecting anything extra, so if we do pull something, that'd be fabulous, but not expecting anything. So Gorlos Helmor, he's a decreased defense champion. On this one, 3-turn cooldown, books up to 100% chance. He's really the only other option other than Sissia Flametongue. He's probably a bit better for it because you can do it on bosses or a single target, so like the Dragon or the Fire Knight, for instance, because with Sissia she has to take her extra turn and land her debuffs on more than one champion, so this is generally more consistent. Okay, next temple. Nothing super exciting thus far, but not expecting to find anything exciting, but you never know. Okay. Metal Shaper can be useful for Scarab King. Has a shield buff that you can have up for all the time. Just make sure he goes after everyone else, but just before the Scarab King. The only other thing I could probably talk about here is maybe Pathfinder Cape. Has the ability to put schools on cooldown. Kind of cool. That's pretty rare for a rare. I can't say I've ever seen that in a kit before. I could be wrong. That's cool. Hellborn Sprite. I think, yeah. This one can be used in Clan Boss for a buff extender. It's on a pretty low cooldown as well. 3 turns when booked. The increased crit rate is a bit rubbish because it's only the 15% version, but it's better than nothing. Next temple, let's go. Okay, I can't say I think anything really highly of any of these champions. Missionaries, absolutely rubbish. Yeah, I've never had any use for that kit. Purgator, I believe, does hit quite hard if you have lots of debuffs on him. So if you were to pair him with, I can't remember their name. What's the name of that champion? I haven't got them. Ogryn Tribes, Gertuk. So he puts loads of poisons on your team, and he'll give you a passive bonus to damage as well. So stack them together and you might get some interesting results, but nothing too exciting. Right, next temple. Oh, legendary. Oh, Vizier. Well, I already have a Vizier. That is what it is. Empowerment, I suppose. We'll see what we can do with that in the end at the pool. Other pools here. Grizzled Yar. I think he makes a decent Faction Wars champion, and I think you could make use of him in Clan Boss to block the stun if you can properly tune that. The decreased attack is also good if you're not running an unkillable. Valerie, a bit of an underrated one. Increases the duration of all debuffs, decreases the duration of all debuffs, and increases all the debuffs. So that's the other one that increases the buffs, I guess, for the rare category. Pretty decent champion for a rare. Other than that, nothing to talk about. Oh, Greybeard maybe. No, I don't think it's Greybeard. I think there is another one I'm thinking of, but it's not Greybeard. Next temple. Not doing very well with the... I was just going to complain about the temple for epics, and there we go. Mist Rider Dathi, I think. If I'm right, that means David in Welsh. I think that's what I've heard. He looks like he's got a good kit, extra turns everywhere. Yeah, be great for the Faction Wars, and I think he's a good champion in general. So I'm happy about that. Next pool. This is not a very exciting pool. No. Occult Brawler, I think he's mainly a Clan Boss champion for all these poisons. Can smack pretty hard. Removes all the debuffs for this champion. Yeah, he's alright. He can hit pretty hard in Clan Boss. Other than that, I don't think you'd use him anywhere else. The rest of these champions are not good. Okay, rare attacks. Apothecary, decent rare. Great heal. The heal can be critical, so build him with 100% crit rate if you can. Otherwise, go with speed. Increase speed, the big version, and fills the turn meter of all allies with 15%. Great for early arena, and also great for Faction Wars as well. You can also have good application in Fire Knight with 3 times at random. Not great for the waves, but great for the boss itself to get their shield down. If I was to get a blessing for this champion, I would put Phantom Touch, increase your chance of bringing down that shield. Otherwise, nothing else there that I can think of. Next temple. Okay, rare attacks. None of these champions stand out, really. Hell Freak is okay. Other than that, he's very fragile, but he is not a great champion anyway. So next pool. Oh, another Mist Rider Dathi. Pestilus. Plays a burn. Not 100% chance, so that's a pain. Especially if it's only one turn. One champion even. This is probably the best part of his kit. Other than that, increased crit damage isn't great. Increased accuracy can be quite useful. Not a great kit. It looks like a cool champion. Just unfortunate this isn't 100% chance, considering it's only on a single enemy. Other than that, not a great pool. Oh, another legendary? Oh, a Ragash. Well, I've already got him as well. That's unfortunate. I would like to have got something a little bit more unique. But he is a great champion though. Great for decreased defense and also places a stun. The great thing about the decreased defense here is that it places it before attacking. So you can't weak hit. You do need accuracy still, but you cannot weak hit, so therefore he doesn't matter about affinity. The stun will require affinity matchups, so just take that into consideration. This is a great skill, strength and buff, increased speed, and places a veil on him as well. So great passive as well. Gives a veil buff to an ally with the highest attack, so he can give your squishy nukers a bit of defense. And he inflicts more damage. So yeah, he's a great champion in general. Highly recommend building him if you get one. I'm more than likely just going to empower him, or I did get another Leorius the Pride the other day, so I might indeed empower him instead. I have to make a decision there. Other than that, Elhain, starter champion, decent nuker, generally decent all round, quite good on the sunset for the rare secret rooms. Tyrell, still a great champion, a bit outdated now. Decreased attack, decreased defense, and can put us to sleep if they're under decreased attack as well. Sleep's not a great debuff, anyone can be knocked out of it at any moment. It's a good turn, depletion skill, and can also potentially place a stun for 2 turns. 2-turn stun is really strong. Other than that, I think he needs to have a bit of a rework. This should come down to a 3-turn, and maybe the decreased attack could be placing a bit more than a sleep. Sleep is just not a good debuff. Right, who do we get now? War Maiden, farmable rare, decreased defense. Yep, that's a great skill. Can be on 3-turn cooldown, 100% decreased defense. Great champion for that. Easy to build. Would recommend farming her up if you're starting a new account. Diabolist, mini turn meter at fill, and also decreases enemies by 15%. Increased speed, that's great. Again, sleep debuff, I wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, maybe in the stun set give you a bit more control. Other than that, good champion for a rare. Nothing else to talk about here, really. And that's probably the guarantee legendary. Okay, so we've got Vogoth here. Vogoth is a great tank, can take a lot of damage, but also gives a lot of healing via the passive. Great for Bummel. Most people, I think, who run Vogoth in a team for Bummel would run about 3 to get a lot of splash healing and to deal with all the bombs. Unfortunately, you can't place a decreased attack on most bosses because of the provoke. Might be able to use them against the Magma Dragon though for that. Triple hitter makes him good for Fire Knight. Passives wouldn't really come into Fire Knight really, because you wouldn't want the Fire Knight to take a turn. The rest of the rares here, I wouldn't want to talk about them. They don't really inspire me very much. But here we got Staltus Dragonbane. Very excited to play with this champion. Build him out. Defense nuker, probably good for a go second team. I'm thinking running him with a comp with Kayuku, who is also a really cool champion who looks like she would be good for a go second team, if I can remember where she is. There we go. Places increased defense if she's hit with a critical hit. In arena, you're likely to get hit with a critical hit. That would give her an increased defense and her allies. So yeah, also thought maybe running him with the dwarf Goffred, who places a stun on anyone who is about to kill someone. So we didn't really fill out the faction as much as I would have liked to. Dathi is a good pull, really happy about that. I've also been blessed in the past with an Elva already. I was hoping for maybe one of the other two. I would have definitely liked one of these two. Removing all buffs from the enemies, I think he can do. Yes, that would have been nice for that. I'm not sure which waves we would be facing with the Sylvan Watchers. You could have gotten the faction wars with the Valkyries. Everyone hates the Valkyrie waves, I would have thought, unless you have block buffs or some sort of turn meter control or control in general, like a provoke or whatnot. The taunt would not have helped with that because it doesn't stop them from using skills, it just means that they are a primary target. Right, so we did pull also. Was anything else new? What else did I pull that was new? Oh, Staltus, yes. Well, my mistake. What a silly mistake to make. So we got 2 more legendaries as well. We got Vizier. So if we go to Dark Elves, what would I likely do here? I'm most likely, and it's not a big deal, I'm likely to just pull out Eva, just put him in there instead. That means I can empower my Eva again. Not a great champion, but I'm already empowering her, so I might as well go all the way. Just need to find 1 more of her. Not like anyone really wants to pull another Eva, but I would quite happily pull another one, get that increased crit rate, crit damage. So I'm going to go for that. Yep, go for that. There we go, a bit more damage, bit of resistance accuracy if I wanted that. I don't really use her for anything other than farming in the campaign. This one here, usually go to 12.3. Good for campaign farming. Otherwise, her kit's not very inspiring. Doesn't hit quite hard enough for my liking. Has really high attack, close to 1700. I think the champion looks really cool as well. Great crit rate in all battles means you can build her with a little less crit rate, so you can get more from this, which also has an extra 15%. So you're looking at an extra, bad maths here, my friends. 34% crit rate you don't have to build into her kit. I'm not entirely sure how I built mine. I got 79%, I got more than I needed there anyway. Not built particularly well, just enough to get the job done. Not in any savage or cruel or lethal, just whatever I could find to get enough damage from her. Yeah, so nothing special here, just random bits to get as much damage from her as possible, but without stripping from my other nukers like Trunda or Leoris the Proud. So the other champion I got was another wrong button. Skinwalkers. As you can see, I'm full up here as well. I did get another Ragash, so I could take out Leo and empower him, or I could empower the Ragash. I'm more likely to empower the Leo because I'm more likely to get more out of him in the long run. So I think I'll do that. And that means if I get another Leo, I can go up to +2, and that means he gets an extra 10%. An extra 10 speed as well. So if I'm going to empower my Leo, it's always a bit weary doing this because it's a legendary void, so the likelihood of me getting another one of these is quite low, but here we go. It's always exciting to empower as well though. So a bit more power is what it is. So he's now at +1. Fabulous. Right. Ice Golem tournament's going to come up. The rewards for these tournaments haven't been great. This is probably one of the better ones with a legendary skill tome right here. These coins are quite nice if I wanted to buy some of the essences. All the Revenant's Path, I would have probably got some decent points for that. So which path am I likely to go down here? I want this badly, so I think I'll go for that now. Which of these lines am I going to go for? I'll probably go for this one. Chaos Aura is always helpful. Get the chicken. Get that one. So I have 12,000 points left. What should I go for? I might get these. These are always useful. Can't quite afford the barrel. Could get the key, but then I can't get to that anyway, unless I'm going to be getting some more points for this. Not likely. There's nothing in this tree I can get to with the points I've got. Might as well just go for this Chaos Ore. Might pick up the key just in case. Unlock that. and if I get some more points I can unlock that, otherwise that's no big deal. Not going to spend the 350 points for 50k, and not going to worry about Bruise. The rare book is not really important for me. Right, it's going to be annoying to leave that red dot there until I summon that away. Pain in the bum. Mark it, nothing interesting in there. Okay, so we have pulled all that, so I might as well pull this with you guys now. I got one of these. My wish list, I can figure out what I'm doing. Leorius, Arbiter, and Mithrala, Seer, Geo, and Allure, Coldheart, this guy I can't remember his name right now, and Painkeeper. See what we get. Probably won't be anything exciting, but you never know. Well, it's an epic, and it's Geomancer, so it's a 5-star Geomancer on my wish list. That's a really cool pull. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to run on him, but yeah, I'm immediately going to go awaken him. Wonderful. It's great, gives me some extra stats. Blessings, I'm not sure what to put on him. I might have to go and check some recommendations there. That's what the internet's useful for. Bear with me while I do that. I don't know if anyone needs any ideas with Geomancer, but he's a great champion. He is great for bosses in general. He is a boss slayer, mainly due to his passive. This one here decreases all the damage by 15%, and then reflects that damage received onto enemies under a HP burn, but it has to be placed by him. That's why reflex set is great on him. It means he gets the cooldowns on it back up quicker, and the boss can, or bosses can, get more burns. So for blessings, it's recommended as Chainbreaker or Faultless Defence. So let's have a look at those in game. Has a chance of removing debuffs. Extra accuracy is great, HP is great, defense is great. That's a pretty reasonable recommendation. The other one was Faultless Defence, which is a rare category one. Not worried about the resistance. That would be pretty decent for Iron Twins, actually. Yes, that's the recommendation for Iron Twins in general. It's a shame I don't get the accuracy, but the reduction for damage is good, and the HP is great as well. So I think I will go for Faultless Defence. The other one he recommends is Phantom Touch, but that's for Clan Boss, but we're not doing Clan Boss, we're doing Iron Twins. This is for Iron Twins and also one of my Hydra Geos. So hopefully that works out wonderful. So that means I can probably look to get rid of the Geomancer on the wish list, because 5-star is good enough. Might go for Shamail, or I'm not entirely sure I can pronounce that. I've heard so many different ways of pronouncing it. Yeah. Well, I'm really happy with those pulls. Got my Staltus, I'll build them up, and you guys might see that in the future. Cool. Right, thank you very much, guys. We'll see you in the future for another video, hopefully, and yeah, take care. Bye.